Long ago, in the kingdom of Israel, there ruled a king known across the entire world for one thing above all else. Not his armies, not his gold, not his palaces. His wisdom. King Solomon could settle the most impossible disputes with a single sentence. Kings and queens traveled from distant lands just to ask him one question and walk away changed forever. But the wisest lesson Solomon ever learned did not come from a king, a scholar, or a sacred book. It came from a bee. One afternoon, Solomon walked through his royal garden, troubled. A neighboring king had sent him a message mocking him. "You call yourself the wisest man alive," the message read, "yet you cannot even solve the simplest of mysteries. I challenge you to find what cannot be found." Solomon did not know what this meant, and for the first time in years it bothered him deeply. And he sat beside a fountain, frustrated, his mind racing through every book, every proverb, every piece of wisdom he had ever learned. None of it gave him an answer. As Solomon sat there, frustrated and proud, a small honeybee landed on a flower beside him. He watched it without thinking at first. The bee moved from flower to flower, slow, careful, purposeful, taking only what it needed, disturbing nothing, leaving each flower more beautiful than before, carrying its pollen onward to help new flowers bloom. Solomon, the wisest man in the world, found himself oddly captivated by this tiny, insignificant creature. "Why," he asked aloud, half to himself, "does a bee work so quietly when I, a king, cannot solve one riddle without my whole kingdom watching?" The bee did not stop for the king. It did not bow. It did not care that the wisest man alive was watching. It simply continued its work, small, humble, unseen by most of the world, yet essential to every flower in the garden. And in that moment, Solomon understood something he had missed his entire reign. "I have spent so many years collecting wisdom," he whispered, "that I forgot the wisest beings often work in silence without needing anyone to notice." The bee was not trying to be the wisest creature in the garden. It simply did its work, and the whole garden flourished because of it. Solomon rose from the fountain. He returned to his palace and wrote a reply to the mocking king. Not a clever riddle, not a display of brilliance, just one simple sentence. True wisdom is not found in proving you are wise. It is found in working quietly, helping others bloom, and asking for nothing in return. The neighboring king, who had expected a complicated answer, was stunned into silence. For the first time, Solomon had answered a challenge not with cleverness, but with humility. From that day forward, Solomon ruled differently. He listened more than he spoke. He noticed the quiet workers in his kingdom, the farmers, the builders, the servants, the way he once noticed nothing but kings and scholars. He understood at last that wisdom was never about being seen as wise. The greatest lessons in life often come from the smallest places. A bee does not seek a crown, it simply does its work, and in doing so, helps the whole world bloom. True wisdom is quiet. It does not need to be noticed to be powerful. It simply needs to be lived.